colorful front yard design ideas with unique trees and pathway decor. Approaching the design of a home's exterior, the front yard immediately establishes the tone of the entire property. It is not merely a stretch of land in front of the house, but a stage where architecture and nature interact in harmony. This space communicates mood and personality before a guest even steps through the door. The arrangement of trees, the flow of pathways, and the layering of decorative elements all work together to craft an atmosphere that is both inviting and distinctive. The impression left here lingers in memory, shaping how visitors and even passers-by perceive the home. A tree placed with care becomes the central figure of this outdoor composition. Its height, canopy, and seasonal expression define the rhythm of the yard. A flowering cherry with delicate petals in spring, a sculpted ornamental tree with precise geometry, or a mature oak with expansive shade all tell different stories of style and taste. Encircling the trunk with stone borders adds both structure and protection, while seasonal flowers, polished mulch, or carefully chosen pebbles transform the base into a natural ornament. Beneath the branches, a bench or swing transforms function into intimacy, offering moments of reflection and rest while blending seamlessly with the landscape's overall character. Lighting introduces another layer of artistry. A tree illuminated at dusk shifts from natural presence to sculptural statement. Fairy lights threaded across branches create a dreamy glow, while ground-level spotlights carve shadows that reveal form and texture. Solar lanterns, suspended at varying heights, do more than brighten the path. They guide footsteps with quiet elegance, blending safety and atmosphere in equal measure. Through light, the yard acquires a second personality, one that emerges only after the sun sets. The pathway, equally crucial in design, is more than a line from street to door. It is a guided experience, shaping movement and perception. A straight walkway flanked by low hedges conveys order and elegance, while a curved path softened by tall grasses and layered greenery suggests welcome and curiosity. The choice of materials, stone, brick, gravel, or patterned pavers, becomes a language of texture and color. Even subtle contrasts, such as stepping stones embedded in gravel, invite the eye to linger and appreciate the artistry of the ground beneath each step. Borders enhance these pathways, offering opportunities for expression. Beds of vibrant flowers, clusters of ornamental grasses, or even small sculptural accents help to frame the route. Mosaic inlays or engraved stones extend personal character, introducing details that are both decorative and meaningful. Each element works not in isolation, but in dialogue with the rest of the space, ensuring cohesion while still allowing individuality to shine. Seasonal changes bring evolution rather than interruption to the front yard. Spring celebrates renewal with blossoms around the tree base and planters alive with color along the pathway. Summer welcomes vibrancy with hanging baskets, festive lanterns, and banners that heighten energy. Autumn transforms the palette into warmth, with pumpkins, rustic textures, and foliage that mark the season's embrace. Winter, with its garlands of evergreen and the sparkle of lights, reshapes the yard into a scene of quiet festivity. Each season, when approached thoughtfully, renews the identity of the yard without disrupting its continuity. Adding movement and sound deepens the sensory experience. A small fountain or bird bath beside the walkway introduces water as both a visual and auditory accent. Gentle ripples, the soft trickle of water, and the presence of birds lend vitality that elevates the yard from static beauty to living environment. Such additions reinforce harmony between architecture and nature, transforming space into experience. The strength of the design rests also on maintenance. Regular trimming, refreshing of mulch, and cleaning pathways ensure that the landscape remains refined. Choosing plants that adapt naturally to the climate reduces demand while sustaining beauty across the year. Thoughtful planning minimizes upkeep, freeing the space to remain consistently welcoming without constant labor. Personalization is the heart of distinction. While trends and principles guide structure, it is the individual's taste that defines uniqueness. Rustic charm emerges through weathered wood and wildflower borders, while modern minimalism relies on sharp lines, muted palettes, and geometric plantings. Whimsy can be expressed with playful statues, while timeless classicism emerges through symmetry and restraint. Even the smallest details, a hand-painted sign, a sculptural planter, or a custom piece, transform the yard from standard to personal signature. Ultimately, the front yard is more than a transition from street to home. It is a declaration of care, a canvas where creativity and nature converge. A thoughtfully chosen tree, a pathway shaped with purpose, and decor that reflects individuality create more than visual delight. They embody hospitality and style. Every return home becomes a moment of joy, and every visitor encounters not just a house, but a story told through design. This synthesis of natural beauty and intentional decoration ensures the front yard stands not simply as an entry, but as an enduring statement of identity. The evolution of front yard design in contemporary architecture reflects a balance between aesthetics, functionality, and sustainability. Modern lifestyles demand outdoor spaces that are not only visually captivating but also purposeful and efficient. The front yard, once seen merely as a decorative buffer between the street and the home, has transformed into an extension of personal identity and a stage for architectural storytelling. In this context, trees and pathways remain central, but their treatment now embraces innovation, technology, and environmental consciousness to align with present and future trends. Trees in the modern landscape are no longer chosen solely for their size or shade. They are selected for their ecological benefits, seasonal interest, and ability to complement architectural forms. Designers favor species that adapt well to urban environments, resist pests, and thrive with minimal intervention. Native trees are increasingly popular as they support biodiversity, reduce water consumption, and create harmony with the local ecosystem. Multi-stem trees, sculptural evergreens, and flowering varieties are used strategically to frame entrances, soften architectural edges, or provide focal points visible from both inside and outside the home. The integration of vertical gardens or espaliered trees along walls exemplifies how greenery is tailored to urban density, turning constraints into design opportunities. The interplay of hardscape and softscape elements around trees continues to evolve. Instead of traditional circular stone borders, designers experiment with asymmetrical shapes, recycled materials, and permeable surfaces that encourage rainwater absorption. Ground covers, such as creeping thyme or moss, replace mulch, offering texture, fragrance, and ecological function. Seating areas beneath tree canopies are designed with modern comfort in mind, using materials like corten steel, polished concrete, or sustainably harvested wood to blend utility with style. These spaces serve not just as resting spots, but as outdoor rooms that extend the living area of the home. Pathways reflect a similar transformation. The straight concrete walkways of the past have given way to intricate patterns, layered textures, and environmentally friendly materials. Permeable pavers allow rainwater to filter into the soil, reducing runoff and supporting groundwater replenishment. Designers experiment with geometric shapes, alternating tones, and combinations of materials such as stone, metal, and resin to create striking visual rhythms. A pathway becomes more than a route. It becomes a curated journey that gradually reveals the home, engaging the senses along the way. In modern designs, pathways often incorporate LED strips embedded into the ground or beneath edges, providing subtle illumination that highlights form while ensuring safety. Borders along walkways are increasingly used to create a narrative. Instead of conventional flower beds, designers layer plants of varying heights and textures to achieve depth and movement. Low grasses sway in the breeze, punctuated by seasonal blooms that introduce color and rhythm. In some designs, edible plants, such as herbs or compact vegetables, are woven into the borders, merging practicality with beauty. Decorative elements like sculptural art pieces, recycled materials, or minimalist planters highlight sustainability and individuality. Every choice reflects both an aesthetic and an ethic, acknowledging the global shift toward eco-conscious living. Lighting technology continues to redefine front yard experiences. Beyond simple spotlights and lanterns, smart lighting systems now allow homeowners to control brightness, color, and timing with mobile devices. Warm white light may accentuate architectural details in the evening, while subtle colored tones might highlight seasonal displays or festive occasions. Solar-powered lights reduce energy consumption and simplify installation, making them both sustainable and accessible. The result is a yard that transitions seamlessly from day to night, adapting to mood, occasions, and season. Seasonal adaptability remains a defining trend. Instead of treating seasonal decor as temporary embellishments, modern designs integrate flexible frameworks that allow quick transformation. Modular planters, detachable trellises, and interchangeable accents enable homeowners to shift the mood of their yard with minimal effort. In spring, lightweight structures hold climbing flowers, while in winter they support festive lights. This approach ensures continuity of design while accommodating the cycles of nature and celebration. Water features continue to enrich front yard landscapes, but with a stronger focus on sustainability. Instead of large fountains or heavy stone installations, designers now favor compact, energy-efficient features powered by solar pumps. Bird baths crafted from reclaimed materials or minimalist water bowls provide subtle elegance while supporting local wildlife. Rain chains, which guide water from gutters to decorative basins, combine function with artistry, turning rainfall into a visual and auditory experience. The notion of maintenance has also shifted with modern priorities. Low-maintenance landscaping, or xeriscaping, is embraced in regions with limited water resources. Drought-tolerant plants, gravel beds, and artificial turf reduce the burden of upkeep while preserving beauty. Smart irrigation systems use sensors to monitor soil moisture and deliver precise amounts of water, conserving resources and simplifying care. The focus is no longer solely on how the yard looks today, but on how it can remain vibrant and sustainable for years to come. Personal expression plays an even more prominent role in contemporary designs. Homeowners increasingly view their yards as creative canvases where art and nature merge. Custom metalwork, sculptural lighting fixtures, and bespoke furniture introduce individuality. Minimalist designs emphasize clean lines and restrained palettes, while eclectic styles celebrate bold contrasts and playful experimentation. The yard becomes a living gallery, reflecting the homeowner's personality and values as clearly as any interior design choice. In the broader context of architectural trends, the front yard is increasingly recognized as a zone of transition, where private life meets public presence. Designers seek to balance openness and intimacy, creating spaces that are welcoming yet protective. Trees and pathways are carefully arranged to guide guests while shielding interiors from direct view. Low walls, layered plantings, and subtle changes in elevation define boundaries without resorting to barriers, reinforcing the principle of hospitality with privacy. Ultimately, the transformation of front yard design mirrors larger cultural shifts towards sustainability, technology integration, and personal storytelling. Trees are not just planted, they are curated for ecological and symbolic significance. Pathways are not just routes, they are journeys crafted with precision and intent. Lighting, borders, and accents evolve with both fashion and function in mind. The result is a front yard that does more than enhance curb appeal. It reflects a way of living that values harmony, responsibility, and creative expression. In this convergence of past traditions and future innovations, the modern front yard stands as a testament to how architecture and landscape continue to evolve together. Looking toward the future of front yard design, the conversation shifts from mere appearance to deeper integration of technology, ecology, and human experience. What once served primarily as decoration now emerges as a dynamic environment shaped by innovation and guided by sustainability. The role of the front yard expands beyond beauty into wellness, climate resilience, and cultural expression, positioning it as an essential component of modern living. Technology plays a transformative role in shaping the future landscape. Smart systems that monitor soil conditions, regulate irrigation, and adjust lighting according to real-time needs create yards that are both intelligent and responsive. Sensors buried beneath pathways track moisture levels, ensuring that trees and plants receive precise care without waste. Drones may soon be employed to monitor canopy health, while apps provide homeowners with instant feedback on the vitality of their greenery. Even decorative lighting evolves further, with adaptive systems that change color and intensity based on season, event, or user preference. The yard becomes interactive, capable of responding to human input while aligning with natural rhythms. Ecological priorities drive another layer of transformation. Climate change demands resilient landscapes that conserve resources while supporting biodiversity. Trees chosen for the future front yard are not only ornamental, but also functional, providing shade to reduce heat islands, absorbing carbon, and offering habitat to pollinators and birds. Designers prioritize species that thrive in changing weather conditions, ensuring longevity and ecological stability. Pathways, once solid and impermeable, are increasingly designed with permeable materials that allow water to filter into the ground, mitigating flooding and replenishing aquifers. Rain gardens near walkways transform excess water into a source of life, while vertical plantings maximize greenery in compact spaces. Wellness becomes a defining trend in outdoor design. The front yard is no longer an overlooked transitional space, but a therapeutic environment. Trees are positioned to create shaded zones of comfort, where residents can pause to breathe and reconnect with nature. Pathways are planned not only for direct access, but for gentle meandering, encouraging slow movement and reflection. Aromatic plantings such as lavender, rosemary, or jasmine are incorporated to stimulate the senses, while water features provide calming soundscapes. The design intent shifts from impressing visitors to nurturing the daily lives of residents, making the front yard an integral part of personal well-being. Cultural identity also plays a growing role in shaping the aesthetics of front yards. As design trends globalize, there is a countercurrent toward personalization rooted in heritage. A Japanese-inspired garden with stone lanterns and maples may express tranquility, while Mediterranean influences bring terracotta, olive trees, and gravel. Contemporary urban yards may lean on minimalism, while rustic countryside designs celebrate authenticity with reclaimed materials and natural textures. Future landscapes honor individuality by weaving cultural narratives into design, allowing the front yard to reflect personal and collective stories as much as it reflects architectural fashion. Sustainability guides the materials and methods of tomorrow's front yard construction. Recycled concrete, reclaimed wood, and repurposed metal find new life as borders, benches, and decorative accents. Solar panels embedded into pathway tiles generate renewable energy while powering lights and fountains. Living walls absorb pollutants and insulate adjacent structures, while bio-based composites replace plastics in planters and seating. Every design choice increasingly considers its life cycle, reducing environmental impact while extending functional beauty. Community engagement also emerges as a future trend. The front yard, traditionally private, becomes a threshold that fosters connection. Designers envision flexible spaces where neighbors can pause for conversation or children can play safely. Semi-public features such as small benches, shared gardens, or open pathways invite interaction while still respecting boundaries. The blending of private expression with community connection reflects the evolving role of neighborhoods in urban and suburban life. Future lighting design deepens the theatrical and sustainable qualities of the yard. Beyond functional illumination, lighting is curated to highlight textures, shadows, and architectural dialogue between home and garden. Advances in bioluminescent plants or energy-efficient fiber optics may soon provide light that is organic and mesmerizing, eliminating the need for conventional fixtures. Nightscapes become curated experiences, with yards shifting effortlessly from serene retreats to lively social spaces through programmable lightscapes. As global design continues to embrace resilience, adaptability becomes a hallmark of future landscapes. Modular systems allow elements of the yard to be rearranged or upgraded as seasons, needs, and technologies change. Pathways may include interchangeable panels, borders can be reshaped without disruption, and decorative accents can evolve with trends. This flexibility ensures that the front yard remains not only relevant but enduring, capable of reflecting both timeless values and contemporary aspirations. The front yard of the future is thus a synthesis of beauty, technology, ecology, and identity. It is no longer conceived as static scenery, but as a living environment shaped by human care and innovation. Trees stand not just as ornaments, but as guardians of sustainability. Pathways do not merely connect, but narrate experiences. Decorative elements are not superficial, but deeply symbolic, reflecting culture, values, and aspirations. Every detail serves a purpose, whether functional, emotional, or environmental. In this vision, the act of stepping into a front yard becomes more than an approach to a house. It becomes an immersion into a philosophy of living. The space expresses creativity while honoring nature, embraces individuality while supporting community, and offers serenity while responding to the challenges of a changing world. As trends and technologies continue to evolve, the front yard remains constant in one truth. It is the first impression, the ongoing welcome, and the enduring reflection of the life lived within the home it frames.